is the difference between Kalabhairava Karma and Kalabhairava Shanti? And what is the significance of the Karma Vastram tied at the tamarind tree in front of Dhyanalinga?
Everything that we know as life is memory. In a way, if your memory goes away right now, fully, even the conscious memory just goes away, all those who died, people that you knew and who died, they're all just gone for good, isn't it? Hello? If you lose their memory, they're just gone for good. Dead are existing only in memory. Memory is not just in your mind, it's in your body, it plays in so many ways. It is in many other things. When I say in many other things, to put it in a very rudimentary way, if you walk this way, if you bring a dog, just by smelling the floor, it knows you were here. So you're leaving puddles of memory, yes or no? So, when you walk, you're leaving puddles of memory. That's why a dog is able to trace it down. Up to 3-4 days, sometimes even longer, if no disturbance has happened, much longer, it can trace it out. If you just walk, where your contact with the floor is just what? Maybe a few seconds. If you're leaving puddles of memory for a creature like dog to figure it out, where you're sitting, how much memory do you think you're leaving? Huh? Big. So the clothes that you're wearing right now, that's in touch with your body, how much memory do you think they're carrying? If you walk like this, where for a few seconds your feet touches the ground, if you're leaving memory like that, which lasts for days on end, if nobody interferes with it, if no other overlaps happen, it will last much longer. If that is so, where you're sitting, the clothes that you're wearing, the place that you sleep, how much memory must be there? So, this memory, they may be gone, they may be even dissolved, we don't know. Maybe they've attained mukti, or maybe they've gone somewhere, maybe they've taken another birth, you don't know. But either because you were born of them or you are in touch with them, their memory imprints are there on you. So one important aspect of karma is you must become free of this, it's very important. Becoming free of memory and losing your memory are two different things. If you lose your memory, conscious memory if you lose, this doesn't mean you have become free. It will start working within you in unconscious ways. We want to distance ourselves from our memory. We don't want to lose it. We just want to carry it little loose from us, that's all. So one thing is for the dead, but the most important is also the living. A distance must happen. If there are too many puddles of strong memory, it will also trouble the dead. It is only those close relatives particularly if they have very loving relationships, it is those people who bother the dead. That is why in this culture, when somebody wants to die, they went away to a place where they're never among the family. You don't want to be with your family when you die because till the last moment, these attachments will go on. You want to be away, alone, clearly understanding all relationships we have made in this world are essentially of memory. If memory is wiped out, no relationship exists. To establish a dimension within us, to become conscious of a dimension which is beyond memory, which is life itself. So, for the departed one, we want to shave off as much memory as possible so that their process of liberation becomes smoother, easier, not tangled up here, there, everywhere. We want to release it. This is why culturally there is a thing that all the blood relatives must arrive when somebody dies. Not anymore. We don't know where they are these days. Otherwise, when somebody dies, I don't know if you're aware of this in the last generation, people will count, somebody, my grandfather is dead, okay, the sons are here, daughters here, their children are there. What about this brother's son, he's not come. They're accounting, if everybody has come, because they have to come and release him. They have to come and in some way wash their memory. They have to see him dead. If they don't see the dead body and the burning of the dead body, in their memory he still lives. And if he lives there in some way, it doesn't release him. Because this is Runanubandha. On the level of the body, on the level of physical dimension, there is memory. So all the things that belong to that person are not given in one place, they're given away in different directions so that the memory doesn't stay in one place. The ashes or the asthi is not put in one place. It is… I know in some places they're putting it in an urn and keeping it forever. No, what we do is, we put it in 3 different rivers so that never they will get together and feel like memory should not live, it must go, dissipate in every possible way. So, things that were in touch with them, their ashes, their everything, are thrown all over the place. Those who can afford go up in the airplane and throw it all over. Do you know this? Huh? You don't know? Well, when certain prime ministers and presidents died, they'll take the ashes and throw all over the country because they don't want it to fall in one place. If it falls in one place, it'll become a certain pool of memory. They don't want that memory to gather anywhere so that that being can proceed without being tangled up. To give you a visual analogy, suppose you know, sometimes have you handled the super glue and all that? Did you try to stick something? Huh? Suppose by chance it got here, little bit spilled out, you didn't do it properly. Wherever you touch, it sticks. Or you got stuck in a spider web, let's say, it holds you in so many places. So the idea is all the points of holding we want to release. So the karma is just an effort in that direction. If we start tying the clothes that they have used to the tamarind tree, then you would have people's underwears and this and that hanging in front of the temple. Yes? So, we are giving them a cloth, one uniform cloth for everybody, put the things of memory in that and then tie that. Because nobody knows where all that person's memory is. We do not know where all it is stuck. So one simple thing to do is, some whiff of their memory, you put it in a place which is naturally about disentanglement. So normally they will tie it in front of a Shiva temple because he's an ascetic, untouched by anything, always smeared in ash. So where that kind of energies are there, you tie that memory there so that everything related to that memory should dissolve. Jnanalinga is definitely an ideal place. So, essentially this is all as efficiently as possible trying to clean up the memory puddles that a human being has left so that he doesn't have to hang around simply because these memories can hold. See, even when people are alive, embodied, even at this time, many people hover around certain things simply because of unconscious memory about something. Unknowingly, they start moving in that direction. So all this, in the Western world, there is something called as deja vu. When I see you, it looks like I've seen you somewhere. So memory guides and memory plays havoc. All this new technology of the 21st century that's seeing is all little bit of… we just managed to throw memory around a little bit. We can capture it in a stick, we can put it in a computer, we can carry it on the phone. Just memory, isn't it? All the games we are playing are just memory. You think it's a song, you think it's a movie, you think it's a video, you think it is something, it's all just memory, isn't it so? So, this is a generation or this is an age when memory is being exploited like never before. Now there have been these kind of things that people are building major high-capacity computers to download all aspects of a particular human being so that when they die, this computer lives, he has the same emotions, has the same genetic memory, has everything, people can relate to it and that computer knows everybody who are their friends and relatives, talks to them just the way that person was talking. These things are beginning to happen now. Playing with memory too much. Here in this culture, we always want to wipe out memory because we know yesterday has a power of its own. If you do not liberate yourself from it, yesterday can rule you tomorrow. Yesterday ruling your tomorrow means tomorrow never came, that's what it means. So, when past repeats itself, that means that which should be dead is living. Someone very forcefully said, leave the dead to the dead. Leaving dead to the dead means not ignoring those who died. It just means what happened yesterday, what happened previous moment. You must always be conscious it's dead. So, here when people come On their conscious mind, they may be thinking only in terms of how to release their whatever, father, mother, grandfather, whoever died. It's not like that. This is just life. This is a living cosmos. In this small bubbles of memory is what you call as individual life. Different levels of memory have become different kinds of creatures. A human being has most complex memory. Because of the complexity of memory, enhancement of abilities have happened, and enhancement of suffering also has happened. Because human beings went through profound dimensions of suffering within themselves, they also started looking, what is the way out of this? Other creatures do not suffer their memory as human beings suffer. Sometimes they suffer a singular memory. There are birds and animals which suffer one memory that happened. Maybe its partner died, or maybe something else happened, they become depressed, like that. They just remember that one thing and they suffer that. But a human being is not like that. He can remember a million small things and suffer million times over, because it's so vivid. Human memory is so much in detail and there is a certain vividness to it, there is a certain reality to it, that it's more real than the real. For most people, what happened yesterday is more real than what's happening right now. That's their experience of life. They live by memory. When you live by memory, you live in the land of death. You live in the land of death with 1 foot in the land of life. That's torture. Nothing bad needs to happen. Good things also people can suffer. How wonderful it was yesterday, you know? That also they can suffer. So, memory is the basis of our existence, and memory is also our bondage. What we're referring to as karma is our memory. What we're referring to as genetics is memory. What we're referring to as evolution is memory. What you consider as myself is memory. So, both Kalabhairava Karma and Kriya are just efforts to mop up as much memory as possible. This is not a dig and clean, this is just surface mopping. We're just mopping up the surface so that nothing holds as far as possible. If we want to do a total thorough cleaning, which may not be necessary many times, but with some it may be necessary, but that will need a different level of involvement, both parties. It'll get complicated.